Hey everyone, in this week's video I talk about how asset framework and event frames can begin to feed into more advanced analytics tools and maybe even the machine learning algorithms. I'm going to talk about some of the challenges that you face and how sometimes the data scientists and the operations people don't talk the same language, and how sometimes raw data may not mean the same to both parties. I talk about sometimes what a data scientist thinks is raw data is just instrument noise. I talk about how sometimes you need to do some aggregations and things of that nature, some summations at the pi system level or the edge level, if you ever hear that term. Just think of that if you're a pi customer. Pi is your edge system. So if you hear them talking about we need to do edge analytics, I talk a little bit about that and kind of what those things can do for you. I give you an example, another example of edge analytics in the Pi system. I also talk about some things with event frames. So if you'll look over at my screen, in real time, we can actually give an operator in lieu of, in our case, we failed to give them a machine learning agent to show them this. So we did this in the Pi system with some analytics. And I think long term we will get to the machine learning agent, but we give them a percent chance that a particular event is about to happen. We also show you how we can take a report. If we say, hey, anytime there's over an 80% chance that there's an event, I'm going to track it, and then if I want to go look at it, it's a click away. So then that way I pull up that same display and I can literally retrace the operator's shoes and know what they were looking at. And we even talk about, how we can zoom in, and actually see what the operator was looking at that moment in time when the event happened. And we can use this to validate our work. I also show some little tricks with Power BI where you can do overlay trends, and you can, this could be for batch or environmental issues or things of that nature. So this is kind of that precursor to getting into the advanced analytics when you really want subject matter expertise looking at these particular problems, which you may want to do, and that's fine. But I also talk about how you can use this work to then potentially feed a machine learning algorithm, because maybe you want it to feed what happened immediately before and during an event and compare that to times when you didn't have an event and hadn't had an event in a long time. And you want to see the differences between those two. Why did I have this event? So I talk about how you can leverage the work that you can do with these kind of tools in that, and I think it'll help you get the data scientist and the operator or operations people on the same page. So if you want the full-length video, click on the description box or click on my first comment in the LinkedIn post if that's where you're watching this, and that'll link you directly to the full 18-minute video. Thanks for watching.